Central Arizona College Library Quick Tips, Catalog Searching to Find Books. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to search the catalog to locate books that are owned by CAC and any of the Pinal County libraries. You'll learn important details of the item record, such as the call number and the status. Learn how to place a request so that books can be sent from one of the CAC or Pinal County libraries to any of the other ones. And learn how to renew checked out books online. Well, to begin with, let's have you log into your Blackboard account. It should look something like this. Over at the right portion of the screen under My Courses, you should find a link to CAC Library Resources. You'll want to click that link, and it'll take you to the Library Blackboard page. There we are. From this page, you want to look at the buttons over on the left column and click on Articles and Books. This will take us to the library catalog. This page lists the library databases down below, and up at the top here we have the online catalog link. So we should click on that to go to the online catalog. And really, what is an online catalog? Library catalog is really just a database that has information about all the different books and other items that are owned by the library. This is the catalog page. And notice that up at the top part of the screen in the banner, it tells us that we'll be searching through Central Arizona College Library. This is important because later on we're going to switch this and search through other libraries, like all of the Pinal County libraries, not just CAC. Also, look at these different search features we have here, like the Search By menu. If we look at the menu, we can search by title, author, subject, number of different ways to try to locate items. If you're not sure of the exact title or author or subject that you're looking for, it's better to probably search by any field, which is the default search. You can just type in keywords that are meaningful and bring up books on that particular topic. In the example we'll use here, we'll try searching for books on school prayer. So I just type in school prayer, click the Go button, and I have a list of items that appear. First of all, notice that I have 14 hits that appeared, and everything that I'm looking at in the central portion of the screen is what we called an item record. I'm just circling them here. These item records, really, they're just information about specific books or items within the library. That's all that an item record is. Information about the items. So, for example, if I was to click on item number 1 here, the Bible, the School, and the Constitution, click on the availability of it, I get a pop-up window. And this window shows me that a call number for this book would be listed right here. Very important piece of information that you'd want to write down to take with you to the library because it tells you exactly where the book's located. Here, the shelf location, the new bookshelf, that tells us whereabouts in the library we'd find the book. And the status is really important because it tells us whether the item is actually in or if it's checked out. In this case, it's in. So this might be one book that I could find. If I click on the title link for this item record, it takes me to expanded information in this mini window. In this particular case, I have a summary of the book. This is very useful. It saves you the time of actually retrieving the book to discover whether or not you think it might be useful. Down below, you see that we have the availability information, call number, shelf location, and status. Going back to the results list to look for more books as I scan down the list. See nothing more of interest on the first page, so perhaps I'll go to the second page of hits. Boy, I'm just not finding anything here. Well, that's okay though, because I can expand my search to look not just at CAC libraries, but any of the Pinal County libraries. So remember that banner text up there that told us we were looking at CAC libraries? If we actually click where it says switch to another library, we can begin to look at any specific library listed here within Pinal County. This gives us the holdings of just that particular library, or you'll notice that one of the links up at the top actually lets us search through Pinal County Library District. That'd be all of Pinal County libraries. And notice that that banner has changed now, reflecting the fact that we're searching through all of Pinal County libraries. I go back here to my text box and just type in my search terminology, school prayer. And in this case, click the Anywhere button. Remember, before it was called Any Field. Now it's called Anywhere. Same thing. And here's my list of records. Now I've gone from 14 in the original search to 36 hits. And as I scroll down the page, looking for a book that strikes my interest, I might pause on number 10 here at the bottom, Schoolhouse Decisions of the United States Supreme Court. Maybe click on the title link to get more information about that book. And I see that it has a content section here in this mini window. But look, it's a reference book. That tells me something. It means that it's non-circulating. It does not circulate, which means it doesn't check out of the library. I really need something that I can take home with me and read. So unfortunately, I have to go back to that results list. This book isn't going to work for me. As I go back to that list, I continue to look on. I've already looked through this first page, so now I go to the second page of hits. And as I look through this list, well, wait a minute, this one at the very top looks interesting to me. Liberty of Conscience in Defense of America's Tradition of Religious Equality. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and click on the title link there. And I've got a content section in that mini window. I have information about the availability down below. And it looks like this book is, well, wait a minute, what's this? I've got all sorts of information, including reviews on the book. 3 reviews, Library Journal, Publishers Weekly, and Booklist. Let's pretend I've read those, and those are very positive reviews. They've really piqued my interest. Now I'm sure I want this book if I can get it. I scroll back up to the top and look under availability and see that, it's available at Casa Grande Library and Vista Grande, but nowhere near where I live. And fortunately, there's 2 copies, they're both in. What can I do? Well, I can place a request to have this book sent to whatever branch of Pinal County Libraries or CAC campus libraries I prefer. So I can either click here on these little icons of a book with a little tiny hand cradling them. I know they're kind of hard to see. Or I can use the Place Request button in the upper right-hand portion of the screen. I think I'll do that. I'm being asked now to provide a barcode or username, and I'll find that on my student ID card right here under my name. It's real important not to use your student ID number, which is over here on the left. Instead, make sure you use the number underneath your name. So let's go back to that request page. We'll enter that information, the barcode number that we've gotten off our student ID card. And then we have to provide a password, and that's going to be the last 4 numbers of your telephone number. Then click the login button. At this point, we select which branch we would like that book to be sent to for us to pick up. So because I work out here at Aravaipa campus, I'm going to probably select that campus. But notice, I could have the book sent to any of these campuses or Pinal County libraries. Then I submit request, hit that button, and I have a message that tells me my request has been placed. Now, requested books usually take about a week to arrive, so plan accordingly. And you can have up to 10 items checked out at any one time. And also remember that the books check out for 3 weeks. Return them or renew them to avoid late fees. Let's take a look at our list of hold requests that we have. This shows me all the items I have on request, and I can actually cancel the request if I want to. Here's that latest one that I put on request. It says active. I put a check mark in the box to the left, click cancel selected, and then it asks me if I'm sure that I really want to cancel that request. If I click yes, it will cancel. If I click no, then the request stays active and they'll fill the request for me. Hey, do you have any books that are due right now? Well, don't panic, because the good news is you can actually go online and renew your books all by yourself. Let's take a look and see how we do that. While we're still in our account, notice there's a link to the items that you have checked out. Click that link, and here's a list of those items that are checked out. In my case, I've got 2 books that are checked out, and those due dates are coming up soon. So I'm going to put check marks in both those boxes to the left of the items, and then just click where it says Renew Selected Items. In this case, it looks like both items were renewed successfully, and even lists and tells me which those 2 items were. Now that's it. We've covered a lot of ground. When you're all done, be sure that you log out of your account so no one else can access your account information. We've covered a lot of information in this tutorial. Let's take a quick review. We've learned how to search the catalog and find books that are owned by CAC and also by any of the Pinal County libraries. We've learned that the item record is just that information listed resulting from a catalog search that tells us about the item or the book. The call number tells us precisely where we need to go on the shelf to find that book, and we should write that down. The status of an item tells us whether the book is checked in or checked out. We know that items can be requested and brought over from one CAC or Pinal library to another. And we can also renew books while we're in our Patreon account. Well, thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope it was of some use to you.